So welcome, Zhang Li. I'm Kaye Geipel, one of the editors of Bauwelt. Thank you a lot for this wonderful presentation. You argue in favor of small-scale interventions, of local materials and architecture, which is really wonderful to see that. Would it be possible to integrate these kind of elements of architecture also in more bigger interventions?
I truly think so, because the current winds of change is blowing this way in China. As I mentioned earlier in the Q&A sessions, the new generations of Chinese politicians, they have already been informed about this change. And they are also looking at the use of traditional materials, of more human scale in the central areas of even in dense areas, in a dense urban area. And on the other side, what we have achieved in probably the 20 years between the late 1990s and the early 2010s were not sustainable. So the overall idea about how an urban transformation and regeneration should take place in China has already changed quite broadly. So I think in the context, the situation is currently quite conducive for this kind of change back in the cities.
In Germany, we have in the last 2, 3, 4 years much more densification and large-scale interventions also regarding to housing. Do you have an advice how to integrate these kind of small-scale strategies inside of larger interventions?
I wouldn't say advise, because Germany and countries like Germany and the Netherlands, they are known over 100 years, and currently this year is the centennial for Bauhaus, of course, for working a social program and for social residential development. You are the leaders in this field. If I may, I can tell you some of my observations of how to integrate this kind of ideas in a dense urban area. Is that the horizontality always somehow is better if you talk about human scale than the verticality. So if things has to be vertical, you can have stacked horizontality when compared to have a continuous verticality.
Beautiful idea. Thanks.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much.